Hey everybody, this is Matt. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. And of course, if you're a returning viewer, I love you. I appreciate you. You're awesome. So today we're going to be doing another pick a card reading with 3 piles, and we're going to be looking at the key to unlocking your relationships. So by relationship, I mean a happy, stable, successful relationship. So we're not talking about anything that's wishy-washy, in and out, hot and cold, coming from wounding or, any toxic beliefs or anything like that. We're looking at the positive, loving, divine partnership that you are desiring. And I just want to say that so many of us, when we kind of get into the tarot rabbit hole on YouTube, it can kind of be like when you're driving on a long highway and you get road hypnosis. I don't know, you probably know what I'm talking about, where you're just seeing the lines on the road moving and you're just kind of zoning out and you're not fully conscious and present. You're just sort of hypnotized. And that can happen when we're watching readings and when we're sort of, some of us get into a limerent state where we're wistful and we're wanting something, but we're not actually believing that it's possible. And so it feels easier to believe as a fantasy. Well, my readings, if you're new to my channel, my readings, they tend to invite us into complete presence, complete conscious awareness to look at ourselves and to understand why we're wanting the things that we're wanting and understand why we are where we are and how we can best proceed within ourselves to create the experience of love and abundance that we desire. So if you've been with me for a while, you already know this, but this channel isn't about feeding into a fantasy that just gets us nowhere and spins our wheels, although, that visualization component is important part of the mix there. But we just really want to be that presence for ourselves that, yes, is nurturing, but is also conscious and coherent and understands how we're getting to where we're getting. Not how, but just the process within that gets us there. So, with all of that said, that's just a disclaimer for the new people. But so today we have 3 piles. We have pile 1 here. So unlocking the key, or the key to unlock your relationship. So pile 1 is the key here. Pile 2, we have the lock. And pile 3 here, we have this Moldavite pendant, and Moldavite is a very transformational stone that is very intensely cleansing and clearing. Some people are scared of it, but I love it. So I know this is a longer intro, but I just felt the need to say all that, and let's just take a second and just breathe. If you're present and watching this intro 4 minutes in, and we will begin with pile number 1. Hey, pile 1. So you guys chose this key here, and we are talking about the key to unlocking your relationship. So this reading is general. I just have to say that. So only take the messages that apply to you, discard the rest. Also, it may very well be that you are already in a relationship and are just wondering about the key to the next level. That is going to be considered in this reading. But for those of you who are single and who are inviting in love, this is also very much for you. So I did shuffle the cards for your pile, so I don't know what card is going to be for who. But let's start out with this first card, and then we'll shuffle the tarot for more about the key to unlocking your relationship. Oh my goodness, guys, wow. This is the Sun. This is like the most positive card in the deck. Whew, okay, wonderful. So we're already seeing these like sunflowers here. So this is already telling me that you guys have already done so much work and healing on yourself, and or you're in that process now where so much is being illuminated or has been illuminated for you within yourself, within your life, the patterns. But most importantly, this feels like authenticity. This feels like your inner soul shining its light from the inside out. This feels like your inner child learning how to play again. And this feels like totally immersing yourself in the light and what's positive for you and what brings you joy, comfort, a sense of play and adventure. So this is already a very clear indicator that the key to activating and embodying this relationship, or this next level of a relationship, or inviting one in, is just to continue leaning into positivity, joy, what lights you up, what makes you feel young and revitalized and, rejuvenated and connected with yourself and life. So let me see if I can pick up any messages for you guys through spirit here. I'm seeing a telephone, but it's like an old telephone that's like, you pick it up like that and it has the rotary dial kind of thing. So, interesting. I'm also seeing like the cookie jar symbolism here. So like when you're a kid and there's a cookie jar, and it's like you're not supposed to go into the cookie jar or something like that. But it feels like for some of you, there may, take this as it resonates, but for some of you, there may be an energy of, with this cookie jar symbolism of, like not feeling like you're allowed to have the good thing, not allowed to have the pleasurable, sweet, delicious thing. And that can be on a deeper subconscious level. We're talking about family programming here, societal programming here, based on maybe if you're comparing yourself to anything or anyone, if you're just kind of feeling the weight of, again, family expectation, family conditioning, the ways in which you've limited yourself in the past. And what Spirit's really coming through and saying is, yes, you can have a cookie, like go into the cookie jar. Let's see, what else is coming through here? Now I'm seeing a fishing line. So throwing, casting out your line, which is just saying, put yourself out there, take a chance, go for it. Like the only way that this love can find you and see you is once you get out there and show yourself to the world and make yourself available in that way. So I think with all these messages, it's kind of like, go for it, and not, that doesn't mean forcing it. That doesn't mean, if you find yourself in a state where you're needy or desperate or actively like overly searching for this person. It's not about that. It's just saying that you really want to allow your light to shine, and you do that by sharing it with the world. So that can even look like interfacing with community through social media, online. But with this sun energy, I really am getting this sense of like getting out there, getting out and about, even if it's just on your own or with friends, with people who you connect with on a deeper level. That feels like a key here for many of you. And it's like fully expect yourself to, like, give yourself a chance is what I'm hearing. Give yourself a chance, and consider idea that you can have the amazing thing that you're really wanting. And now I don't say this to feed any kind of like delusion or fantasy, but this is really coming through strongly for you guys, pile one, that give yourself the chance to have what you would like, what you desire, because it's available to you if you're available to the world. Okay. So that's the first initial message I'm getting. And with that telephone, this could mean there's some sort of communication or contact happening with someone or some situation involved that might connect you with an opportunity to get out there and make that connection. So let's get more, okay? Angels, God, Source, Spirit of the highest white light, love, truth. For pile number one, we're tapping into the key to this relationship in their life, to unlocking this relationship. What is the key here for the pile one? 9 of Pentacles. Wow. So this is already that energy of like believing in yourself, feeling completely content and empowered within yourself to step out, connect with life, knowing that you have all of the tools that you need already. That's why I was getting at the beginning that some of you have already done a lot of this healing work, where you've already come into a state of independence, or where you're able to see yourself, or you're seeing the positive aspects of yourself reflected back to you by the universe. So this is also a very independent card. So this is just you like being, again, perfectly good on your own, and just like, I have what it takes to get what I want. I can go out into the universe, into the world, and connect with life and be perfectly content with whatever the universe is reflecting back to me, because that's how I'm viewing myself, in a positive light. So you guys have really done a lot of work to view yourself positively and embody that beautiful independent spirit, or you're in that process now is what's coming through. Or if you feel like that, like a little bit distant from that energy, it's saying that this will be the key for you moving forward into relationship. Okay, what else, Spirit, for pile number one? Yeah, I'm just getting the sense of like, if you want to make an omelet, you have to crack some eggs kind of energy. So that's like kind of going for it and allowing yourself to be exposed. Okay, what is this? This is the Death card, and then another card came out. This is the 10 of Wands. Okay. So yeah, I am getting the sense that you guys have, or are, or will be, like, experiencing removing excess density and weight from your life, which is bringing you into this 9 of Pentacles energy, this independent, beautiful energy. It's like some of you guys have carried a lot in your life and have dealt with a lot of other people's energy. You've taken on a lot of other people's energies. So what this is really saying is like releasing other people's density, looking at your own baggage. We do have the Death card showing up, and I'm looking at the Tower card at the bottom of the deck showing up. So this is all about the breakdown and transformation of old baggage. So some of you have been in that process of healing that and removing that density from your life, and others of you are currently in that process. And if you haven't undergone that, even though I feel like most of you have, if you have not, this is the guidance to allow yourself to transform and just release anything that's weighing you down, that's making you feel heavy. That can be beliefs, that can be family programming, family trauma, that kind of stuff. It can be relationships that no longer serve you. It can be habits that no longer serve you. Anything that is weighing you down and contributing to a lack of vitality, a lack of like life force energy flowing and moving, that kind of thing. And again, allowing yourself to be different than you were before. It's what this is really saying is what's really going to allow you to or what is allowing you to connect with this partner, long-term, stable, loving partner, is the transformation that you're undergoing, and have been undergoing. So, and then, sorry, I shuffled a little bit, but that Tower card was showing up at the bottom of the deck, which is talking about the dissolving of anything, any old structures within your energetic system that don't serve your desires, the life that you're wanting. And, sometimes that can involve discomfort. So some of you have gone through a lot of discomfort in getting to this energy and getting to this beautiful, positive energy. It's like you cannot have the light without the shadow. It's just those are the laws of the universe, right? So if you have been experiencing extreme heaviness or density, just know that if you're becoming aware of it and deciding that you do not want to experience that forever and that you want a new experience, that the fact that you've experienced shadow and heaviness is a sign of just how much light and love that there is available to you. If you just lean even more into awareness, into love, self-love, and transformation. Okay, what else for pile one? I'm shuffling off camera now, but what else for pile one? What's the key for pile one unlocking this divine partnership here? The Chariot. Yeah, so this is all about moving forward in your life. So again, that's why it's like important to release anything that's been weighing you down and allow yourself to be different than you were before and allowing life to look different than it did before. This is the key to moving forward. Like, it feels like for you guys, meeting this person is not going to be in the context of the way things are or current or previously have been for you. This is all about like new energy and movement forward and progress and having an overall new experience of life for yourself and feeling a sense of momentum building. Seven of Wands. So yeah, this is talking about you guys raising your vibration and creating space and distance with the things that you're releasing, with the things that have been weighing you down. Sometimes it talks about needing boundaries, needing to stand your ground when it comes to some of the things that you might be accustomed to or the things that may be attached to you. Yes, we have our own attachments, but sometimes there are external energies or people, places, or things that are attached to us. And so we kind of have to use a little more willpower in order to kind of create that distance because we know that we're moving up to a higher vibration. And oftentimes the things that are still existing on that lower vibration that we were existing at, they're not ready to follow us. So we kind of have to, again, use a little more willpower. And again, be completely committed to facing the light, facing the positive, facing what brings us the most joy. And the energetic baggage just obviously does not do that. So this is just a call to really, tap into your inner fire to, create boundaries. Oh my goodness, guys, look. 10 of Cups showing up here. This, and I saw 444 on the timer. This is so beautiful. This is like the long-term happiness that you're desiring, anchoring, and like emotionally fulfilling you at the deepest level. Like, and this is not just like a flash in the pan. This is like your life. This is like long-term emotional stability, long-term, like this is the family, this is the the happy home. This is about being with a partner who is there for you, where you have each other's back and you're just so happy and you wouldn't have it any other way. Wow, guys. So you are really in a beautiful process here, of, no longer entertaining anything that brings you down and moving swiftly towards that which emotionally fulfills you. But again, it does require that willpower. Oh my God, the star, guys. Wow. Again, we have, excuse me, we have the sun and the star. So much light showing up for you in your reading, pile one. This is really telling me that you guys just have so much love to offer, to give. And we have the Page of Cups showing up at the bottom of the deck. You guys are such a beautiful sparkle of light in this world, pile one. And like, you don't want to deprive, that's the word, yeah, you don't want to deprive the world of this light that is just luminescent and beyond, and like of God. And so again, you shining your light is going to bring in this partner. That is the like theme of this whole reading. And that's why it's important to remove anything that's dimming your light. So if you feel like your light has been dimmed in recent times or in the past, it's about moving away from those energies, those memories, those beliefs, those people, those situations, environments, whatever it may be, limitations, anything that's dimming your light where you're not able to shine, like, move away and create distance and space and say, I am a light, I am raising my vibration, and the life that I've always dreamt of and desired is meeting me on that vibration. That's why it's so important for me to, you know, commit to that for myself. And the Page of Cups, again, that's about your inner child being allowed to like express and love. And like, you guys have a very pure, innocent love about you and light about you. And that's back to this sun energy. So pure, so luminescent, so divine. And like, you have to consider what is worthy of that, because someone's got to be of a certain caliber of energy to really experience you in this lifetime. And, for them to be worthy of seeing your inner child. But most importantly, more than another person, it's about you experiencing your inner child and fully like embodying that and knowing that that inner child is worthy of love and being held and being nurtured and nourished emotionally, because you have so much love to give, guys. You have so much love to give. That's showing up so strongly. And I think when you're a sensitive person, or when you are a bright light in this 3D matrix, I hate to say it, but it is easier for us to get weighed down by these dense energies, and take on other people's baggage because we care so deeply about others, that we feel responsible in some way because we have some more loving awareness than many. We, on a internal level, because our soul did come here with a mission, we can feel responsible for helping others. We can feel responsible for emotionally tending to other people and healing other people. But it's just, we lose sight of the fact that we kind of suffer in the process, or you can, pay the price in a way if you don't have healthy boundaries in place. So that's just what this is saying, guys. Yeah, oh, this was here. So let's get another card. And I don't know if this will be a super long reading, but maybe I can get sort of an, after this, I can kind of see what you're attracting. How about that? So for pile one, what's the key to pile one unlocking this energy of partnership? Judgment. Whew, yeah, this is like big, big, big awakening. Wow, with Destiny at the bottom of the deck. These are really big energies. This is like the Wheel of Fortune. And Wheel of Fortune with death and judgment, that's like massive awakening, massive transformation, massive change in your life. This is answering the divine call. Like, who are you really at the deepest core level? That's also what judgment asks of you. Who are you really? When you're stripped bare and it's just you and God, who are you? You know, and this is you coming into contact with who you are and what your destiny is and how this partnership plays into your destiny of you answering the call of shining your own light, right? This is like, this can be a big wake-up call to looking at anything in your life that is not contributing to this like fully expressed version of yourself. And that can look like, again, with that tower energy showing up, that can look like, you know, old situations or current situations crumbling, needing to go. And that's scary sometimes. But it's worth it when we're, again, committed to our soul's path. And the soul always wants, the soul is abundant. The soul is love. The soul is lightness. The soul is the inner child. The soul is not any of that heavy shit that we take on from other people, the obligations, the responsibilities. The soul is beyond all of that. The soul is light, you know? So if there's any aspect of your life that is not in alignment with the soul's natural nature of, you know, love, abundance, light, joy, connection, positivity, any of that, then that's where the work begins, or continues. And with this destiny card, all of these changes, it's saying that you're being nudged to like embrace. It's all for your highest prosperity and abundance, guys. Okay, so I'm not going to keep this too long, 22:22 on the timer, but I am going to get a few messages about the energy that some of you are calling in to your life through this process of releasing burdens and answering your divine call and really embracing your own light. And I know that these are overall general messages, but sometimes that's what the collective needs to hear. Okay. So who is pile one bringing in? What's sort of the energy overall of pile one? I mean, you're all attracting different types of partners that perfectly are made for you, but these are just overall energies. Who's coming in for pile number one? Who's coming in for pile number one? So much wands energy, so a lot of passion. Okay, so yeah, because we're getting that Queen of Wands and we're seeing these other energies, they're really wanting you to focus on shining your light and allowing energies to move towards you without you giving it away, because I am sensing multiple energies coming in towards you, and there might even be a sense of conflict with the different types of people coming in. You might feel conflicted about who you're letting in. There may be multiple people in competition for your attention in some type of way because you're shining your inner light. And some of you may just be in this in-between window right now where you're still transforming and healing and really allowing your light to shine, and you're orienting your focus and energy towards positivity. So, and this is like people wanting to make emotional offers towards you, people moving in towards you with their heart on their sleeve, wanting to make some sort of offer. It really feels like for many of you, this is what Spirit wants you to know, is just be where you are in this sort of phase of like witnessing energies move towards you. And like these energies are going to be creating heat in your life. So that can look different ways. But it's because you're activating your own fire within. And some of you may be creatives as well, or just have a very magnetic, bright, attractive energy. But again, at the bottom, we have the Four of Pentacles, so you don't want to be giving your energy away willy-nilly to just anybody. You want to be discerning, sort of hold back and let the people come to you. That's what is really coming through here. But so Spirit's not really wanting to talk about the ultimate partner just now, because this feels more about you, and the key to like this portal of what you're ultimately wanting. Lovers, wow. And then we have the Five of Swords. So yeah, this is just about like really increasing your self-worth, self-value, understanding, you know, why things didn't work out in the past and where that was coming from within. And just, I think, again, we're getting this general sort of message for you guys, Pile 1, that angels are really guiding this divine union that you are meant for into your life, but it's just, you know, not fully timed to know the ultimate just yet. Yeah, because you're showing up as the queen, another queen. They want you to really focus on your queen energy and increasing your own sense of value and worth and continue that healing process. Judgment again showing up. So yeah, you're going through a big awakening. This is a big moment in your life, soul's journey. Yeah, and there's that Page of Cups again. So you're just, again, you're seeing who can meet you on this pure emotional level, and not, you know, people who sort of have an agenda already, but someone who's actually meeting you on the emotional level for who you are, and not just getting dazzled by your light, right? It's about more than just how attractive you are. That's why you're being called to hold back and, you know, understand that, yes, your energy is attractive. Yes, you pull people in, but sometimes that pulls in damaged people, broken people. And so you have felt like you need to take responsibility for them in some way, or that you're worthy of that type of relationship, just because of how beautiful and attractive you are, and healing your presence is, and safe your presence is. But this is really just coming through to say, look at that, you know? So hopefully this message resonated in some way, or you find it helpful or practical. But I am doing personal readings, so you can always get in touch with me. There's information in the description box about that. But I'm wishing you well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Take care. Bye, guys. Hi there, Pile 2. So you guys chose this lock here. And as you know from my extended intro, we're going to be looking at the key to unlocking your partnership. And of course, we're talking about long-term, stable, happy, healthy partnership that is fulfilling. Let's just see. I did shuffle the cards for each pile, so I don't know what you're going to get here, but let's see. And this is the Three of Wands. Wow. Okay, so you guys are on some type of creative path, it seems, or a path of utilizing your energy in some type of way to manifest, to create the life that you're wanting. Wands is all about energy and manifestation and passion and creativity. So that is showing up for you. But with the Three of Wands, this is all about like sort of waiting and allowing these energies to move towards you, because it feels like you've already sort of manifested them. And you know, Three of Wands is all about letting the ships come into port. So it's kind of like a process that is already in motion, and you can't quite control the timing of it. It's happening. But I do already have a sense with this energy that you guys are like sort of aware of what you're wanting, and you feel it already moving in towards you. So this is my pile of people who already kind of know what the score is, I'm sensing. But you might just be watching this for confirmation, and this is your confirmation that it is coming, guys. You don't need to worry too much. It's already been set in motion, and your job is really to allow the appropriate waves of energy to come in at the appropriate time, which is all, you know, the course of nature, right? So I'm going to put this up here. But that's a really nice message to hear because it kind of takes the pressure off in a way. And it's more about like allowing and just sort of focusing on your own energy, maintaining, managing your own energy. Again, utilizing your energy in creative, productive ways that are sort of geared towards the future. This is kind of like the preparation of what's coming, what you already know is coming. So it's kind of like you're preparing a fire for this lover to come in and be comfortable so that the partnership can be, sorry, these little thingies. Yeah, and it's like me brushing away these little fuzzies. It's like you're just sort of like cleaning house. That's what it kind of feels like. You guys are cleaning house. What is this? This kind of, I don't even, is this a bird? Yeah, I think this is a bird. But it almost reminded me of like one of those like animal skulls that you see in like New Mexico. Isn't that funny? Because it literally is like a bird that's like diving for fish here. But I don't know, it just reminds me of like that skull where it's kind of like you're just putting the things that are dead, you're taking out the trash, you're burying the things that are no longer relevant in your life. And yeah. And again, this bird, it's like coming to you, you know what I mean? So let me just get more for you guys. What is the key to pile two's partnership? What is the key? And you know, you can call that a divine union, soulmate, you can call it whatever you want. I don't even mind the term twin flame. It's just more so the sort of toxic association with that and the sort of attachment that people have around that that's really not helpful. But the phenomenon is real. The phenomenon of like meeting your exact match, your perfect match, that is real. It's just, whenever you put something up on a pedestal and like worship it, it makes it, it keeps it away from you, and it just makes it into something that it shouldn't be. You know what I mean? But that'll resonate for some of you. Okay, pile two. What is the key to this partnership that's coming through for pile two? I do just have a sense of ease with your pile. With pile one, there was a little bit more heaviness to like work through or just remove, release. And I could feel sort of the discomfort around that because, well, we're not going to get into pile one. That's them. You can watch that if you want to. But pile two, I just feel, okay, the moon. So this talks about the unknown, the unseen, the intuitive realms, the psychic realms. It can kind of talk about a little bit of trepidation over the unknown. Queen of Cups. Okay, so this is like emotional energy showing up for you guys. And this is about being receptive. This is about embracing the unknown. This is about it really embracing your emotions and like the deep subconscious emotions that lie within. So maybe that's some of this like housekeeping or just preparing, like setting the stage for this person to come in is just sort of you becoming vulnerable and like really understanding, or even not understanding, but just sort of interfacing with that like deeper emotional landscape within that might feel unfamiliar. This is like getting in touch with your vulnerability, strength. Wow. And having strength while exploring your inner emotional landscape. I'm getting full body chills. So for some of you out here, this is going to really be the key here is like understanding that your emotions don't have to control you, but it's still important to like be with them, sit with them, lean into them, and try to understand them and honor them without overly identifying with them if they're heavy or scary or really, really, really vulnerable and or hurt or but this is again really feminine energy, so you may even not be aware of how much femininity wants to express itself through you. And that can come through in different ways. For some of you, it feels like maybe you haven't really been letting your feminine energy loose, and be like the strength card is sometimes about like holding something like together, being strong and like that containment. Some of you may, if you are, being guided back into your feminine energy, perhaps you've been more dependent or reliant on your masculine energy in order to be strong, in order to sort of take care of others, or just keep it all together, like I was saying. And we do have the Page of Swords showing up at the bottom of the deck. So this is all about curiosity and exploring this with a sense of, again, childlike curiosity, wonder, not needing to have all the information, but just being open to learning about your femininity, your emotional landscape. Let's see here. I'm picking up music very strongly. I'm really picking up being mindful of the foods that you're consuming, and like lighter foods is coming through. Drinking plenty of water, anything that's flowing, anything that allows your system to process and flow energy and like material. Okay, breathing is a big one for you guys too, because I'm like kind of feeling an anxiety or like a loss of shortness of breath. So again, that goes in with this needing to be strong, and it's like your energy is wanting to kind of spill out a little bit. So that can look like succumbing to sort of this feminine desire to receive a masculine, as in being submissive. That's really coming through strongly. And, we can get into the personal details, but I'll try and keep them general. When you're relaxing into your feminine, into that submissive state, it can come out in a sort of sensual way where you just want to, and this doesn't have to involve anybody else, but just you and God and yourself and your spirit, and this and allowing in the divine masculine essence to come forward. This can look like vocalizing in a very feminine, submissive way, in the privacy and safety of your own space. This can look like, it's just letting go. It's succumbing and surrendering to your feminine desire, which is to receive and to be overtaken by the divine masculine, or even the divine masculine of spirit of God, really allowing that to come in and take you over, spiritually speaking, of course, only intending to connect with the highest consciousness, the highest vibration of consciousness, light, and love, and truth, and integrity for your highest good. But it's like inviting in that safe masculine energy to just take over your body, your spirit, and to express whatever you feel the need to express. That can come out as vocalizations, that can come out as shaking, spasming. I know that sounds intense and very intimate and vulnerable, but that's just what's coming through for you guys. As sort of this key to unlock, or to really continue to facilitate this person coming towards you, because they already are. Whew, yeah, breathing, breath work, but not in a masculine, forceful breath work way, but in a flowing, releasing, but also receiving way. It's like you're releasing anything that is clenched, tense, tight, and you're inviting in that which does the work for you. That's really the energy that's coming through for you, Pile 2, is allowing the divine masculine aspect of God in the universe to do the work for you. Your job is to fully lean into surrender, receptivity, allowing that energy to move in. And that starts on the energetic level, emotional level within yourself. So it's a practice that you can invest time in. For Pile 2, the key to their Queen of Pentacles. So this is being in your body. This is body work. This is enjoying your body. This is like enjoying that physical pleasure within your, again, we're getting a little intimate here, but this is just important on your own personal journey for this love here. And it's meditation, like I was saying, breath work. Like this is reminding me, I don't know why this snake reminded me of like an air current for some reason. But yeah, the breath, Qi Gong is a beautiful feminine moving practice to both release energy and flow energy and get that energy flowing in a really healthy way. Going out into nature is incredibly healing for you, Pile 2, right now at this time. And again, it's like the key is showing me this is representing the masculine. So it doesn't really matter what gender you are. I'm talking about energy here, but this like snake, which is sort of like the phallus energy, is moving towards this highlighted earth energy. So that's your like earth energy and water energy is really being highlighted for you. And again, isn't it interesting how we have this snake, which is the masculine here? So yeah, again, this masculine energy is already with you. It's just about you fully embodying your divine feminine. Let's see here. Yeah, your sensuality is really being highlighted for you guys. It's like when you tap into that with yourself and you have a relationship with your own sensuality, in an emotional, not in a lustful way, but in an emotional, sensual, spiritual way, but that's still inviting in like that, this energy here. It's like that is signaling to the universe, okay, I am interfacing with this energy. It's something that I already have a concept of within self. So that way, like, it's just being mirrored back to you with your mirror, which is, if you're more divine feminine, it's mirrored back in the counterpart, in the complement, which is the masculine. So that's good. I mean, again, it doesn't feel like you need to do heavy lifting. That's not your job right now. Your job is to relax, to settle into flow and sensuality and receptivity and nature and presence. What else? What's the key to this partnership for Pile 2 at this time? Six of Cups. And then, interesting, at the bottom, we have the King of Pentacles to match the Queen of Pentacles. So you guys are really attracting in a divine counterpart here. And this is a past life connection. This is about safety. So it's important, guys, that you're establishing feelings of safety for yourself, for your body, for your authentic expression of femininity and emotion and sexuality. And this person coming in that's already on their way has a very safe, abundant, structured, stable energy. They have an energy, I am picking physically up too as well, that they're more of they're a larger presence than you, so they have the ability to sort of overtake you in a healthy, safe way and sort of contain you and like cocoon you and protect you and that kind of thing. This person, I don't know, I was picking up darker features, but that's just for some of you. Like I'm picking up tan skin for some of you, even though this figure here is like pale because it's a statue, but only take it as it resonates. Another good thing for you guys right now is to tap into your inner child, to tap into the things that brought you comfort as a child growing up, and like that inner child sense of romance, when you were a little kid and you had a crush on somebody. It's like, how did that feel? And, or if you watched like movies where you were interested in the male lead or the masculine love interest, it's like not tapping into the necessarily the Hollywood concept of happily ever after necessarily, but just tapping into that feeling of warmth and giddiness and those butterflies that you get, when you feel an emotional connection with somebody, and just that feeling that you can just settle into that person's field and presence. So let's see if we can get any more, but you have someone really good coming in for you, pal, too. Really good, really caring. They have themselves in order. The Star, yeah. It's all about you shining, continuing to have faith, hope, and trust in spirit that you're being guided down the right path for yourself energetically, spiritually, romantically, and again, that everything is coming towards you. You guys have done a lot of healing work on yourself and you're continuing to. So the fact that you're seeing this message, if it's resonating, is just like the cherry on top of this healing practice. It's just you, dusting the corners of your inner landscape that you've already kind of cleared out, have been clearing out, so that you can really receive this person. It's so beautiful. God is really, on your side here with this. I mean, always, but this relationship is being guided, and it's, being moved along by spirit in a very powerful way. Seven of Pentacles. This is about all of the work you've done, everything you've invested in yourself, everything you've invested in manifesting a partner. It's all coming in. It's just about the timing, guys. You know that by now. I don't even want to say employ patience, because you have been patient. You are patient. It's just knowing that there's a season for all things, and this person is coming in at the perfect time when the fruit is ripe, right? So really, your guidance, once again, is just to be present with where you are. Eight of Pentacles. So yeah, just continue doing what you're doing, guys. You've been doing a lot of good work on yourself. Spirit's really giving kudos and acknowledgement for all the work that you've been doing. It's not easy, but it is rewarding, on the deepest level. Yeah, guys, pile 2. Your job is just to relax. Your job is to relax and settle and surrender to the divine. Now, you've done the work. You've done the work. Just relax. Everything's okay, guys. This person's coming in. There's nothing you have to do. Oh, wow. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Death card. So you guys have been undergoing big transformation. A lot of release, a lot of endings, a lot of realizations, a lot of recalibrations, reconstructing your sense of identity and self. So I'm going to pause the video real quick. Sorry, Paul, too. So another message that I'm getting is that some of you have been working so hard on yourself that you might be used to the work, and you might be continuously thinking, okay, what else do I need to be doing? When it's kind of like you've already done it. And right now, as I've been saying, it's just time to rest and relax and let this relationship just flow into your life. Because that's, if you're really resonating with this pile, and you've done the work, and that it feels right to really tap into your feminine energy in a new dimension, in a deeper dimension, then yeah, it's just, it's time to settle, not settle, but settle into just the truth and matter of factness of this energy making its way towards you. So now, out of curiosity, I want to see if we can tap into the energy of the type of person you're receiving. Now, this is general reading, right? So we're going to get overall energies. They might not even want to tap into that because all of you guys are attracting what is perfect for you, right? And I can't possibly touch on all of that for everybody, but the intention is for this collective watching to kind of tap into the overall energies of who is coming in. We already got that King of Pentacles, very safe, stable energy. Let's see here. Who's coming in for pile 2? Angels, guides. More King energy showing up. We're getting cups. So I think it's because you're tapping into your feminine emotional energy. This person's going to have a very mature masculine emotional energy that is containing, nurturing, protective, holds space. The Seven of Pentacles. Let's get a little bit more. Who's coming in for pile 2? The Star again. Wow. I think that's clarifying the Seven of Pentacles or Seven of Cups for me. It's really something that you have just been, you've already been dreaming of. It's exactly the type of emotional energy that you need, that complements you, that fits you. Yeah, it's a dream come true is really the energy of this, which is so incredible, guys. Again, you don't need to, there's no, like, there's nothing to fear here. There's no doubt that needs to be had that this person isn't exactly what you're needing. You guys are so intuitive. You guys already know. That's what's really strongly showing up in this reading for you, pile 2, is you already know who's coming towards you, or at least energetically you're sensing them. Emotionally, you're sensing them. My ears are ringing, so that's confirmation. You guys are so tapped into spirit, and you know, you're probably just watching this again just for that added validation, confirmation. There's going to be an instant attraction, instant chemistry with this person. You're going to find them physically attractive. Again, it's like, even if they don't look exactly maybe how you pictured in your head. It's like the energy, the emotion is still there, and you are going to find them physically attractive. It's just, you know, it might be new. This is like a new sense of attraction. So, you're just going to be very pleasantly surprised. That's what's really coming through. And it's going to be instant, like no question, no doubt in your mind. You guys are going to start out, it's going to like start through communication, through conversation, mutual interests. You might be talking about like beliefs, about life, about the world. They might start off as intellectual conversations, but you both will have a curiosity for one another. And there also may be, upon meeting, there may be some social media interaction, messaging as well, liking each other's posts if that's something that you do. Let's get more. Pile 2, angels. Who's coming into pile 2's energy? Look, 3 of Wands, 3 of Wands. Yeah. They're like, you already know, it's coming. Don't worry about it too much. But again, because we're getting Wands, it's someone who you're going to be passionate about, someone who you're going to be able to create a future with, and like merge both of your creative aspirations with. Like, very compatible creatively, energetically. This person's going to be very balanced in their energy, very balanced between their mind and their heart, their intellect and their emotions. Yeah, this person, I know this is the Page of Swords, but this person is intelligent and mature and fair in their assessment of things. They're good at judging situations. They have a discerning eye as well. But at the same time, their curiosity in you and their attraction to you is coming from this like innocent, youthful place, as well as like a mature place. The world. You guys potentially may travel overseas together or just travel to new locations together. And I feel like meeting this person is really going to feel like the next level. Like, okay, one chapter of my life is now over, and now we're finally moving into this new new chapter, another page here. So you guys might start off like just kind of like testing the waters and starting small, talking online potentially. Even if you meet in person, you might add each other on social media or get each other's phone numbers or something and start messaging back and forth. Just to sort of get comfortable and ease into the energy. You might just hang out as friends to start, or hang out through mutual people for some of you. But I'm also getting a sense, we have strength card showing up again. I'm getting this sense of like nurturing between the both of you, like in the ways that this person needs to be cared for, nurtured, you're able to. In the ways that you need to be nurtured and cared for, they're able to. So it's very complementary in the ways in which you can care for one another here and honor one another for the journeys that you've been on. Yeah, this person, even if things start off just slow and steady, it is steady. And this person is reliable and loyal and has, like, you can let down your guard because you don't feel like they're gonna, like, exit your life. It feels like, okay, this person's showing me that they're interested and they're showing me that they're, like, even if it starts small, they're showing me that there's, like, care and interest and that they're wanting to invest in this. That's what's really showing up with this person coming towards you, pile 2. And both of you guys, it seems like are emotionally moving away from the past and moving into the future, which is going to be new and very emotionally fulfilling. And you guys are both going to be exploring the depths of consciousness together, the depths of just what's possible in life. Again, more travel energy showing up for you both. This can be travel as well. So going on journeys and trips together, journeys of the mind, journeys of the soul, but also physical journeys, it feels like. And just building a healthy foundation for the future. And it also feels like your relationship will feel very contained in a way where it's not for everybody to just see right away. You know, it's kind of like both of you are protecting this relationship and valuing it, right? It's like this, I'm really getting the sense that this relationship, as soon as you guys meet, you become precious to one another, and you don't really want to taint that or contaminate that experience with a bunch of other people right away. It feels like both of you have been moving away from certain things, so it feels like you're going to want this sort of insulated experience of one another to start, just so you can really like both attune to what is real for you, what you're really needing and wanting, and how the both of you are what each other is really needing and wanting, and how that's sort of differed from the external experience. Again, this person is like financially stable, and it feels like you will benefit from that, not in a selfish or egoic way or like materialistic way, but just in an abundance type of way. And it's going to really offer you that security. But also there's new opportunities for the both of you to grow financially with one another in new ways that maybe you aren't even anticipating now. This could be business partnership. This could be just a new job opportunity that comes through because of this connection in some way. Could be a creative opportunity for you. but this is really just a chance for you to really, for your light to really shine within a connection and in your own life. I think this connection is helping your own light shine for yourself and your own endeavors as well. More travel coming through here, and so much healing within this connection, guys. So much moving away from anything from the past that's caused discord, conflict, issues, pain, abandonment, rejection, lack mentality. It's really moving away from that stuff. And it feels like both of you have experienced like feeling without in some way in your life. So, you know, you're just, it's time to kind of leave that in the past, releasing that, surrendering that. And both of you, it feels like both of you like as soon as you meet, there's this awareness that this is like bigger than the both of you. This is spiritual in nature, and there's like a divine force that's guiding and leading this connection. So it's almost like both of you feel out of control in a good way. And it's like going down the lazy river. Again, there's not a lot of heavy lifting for either one of you to do here. It feels very natural, and like both of you are just surrendering and succumbing to the divinity of this connection here, which is really, really amazing. Any final messages? Yeah, you're being shown where you've been wearing masks, both of you. You're being shown where you've been wearing masks, where you've avoided sort of certain authentic aspects of yourself so that those masks can just be cast aside, is really what's coming through. And you guys are just meant for this happy, happy long-term marriage, partnership, domestic situation, whatever the case may be, family life. And other people, like this relationship is a beacon of light that other people are going to notice and like view this connection as like something really special and amazing, and an example of love done right, an example of a successful partnership, and like just really beautiful. And the both of you again are going to be able to shine creatively because of this connection. Some of you might resonate with even being put in the spotlight in some type of way because of how this partnership is sort of amping up your own energy, where you feel like you can be in the spotlight and be recognized for who you are and how you're showing up in the world and what you have to offer. Yeah, and this partnership's just very, very balanced, very mutually beneficial, reciprocal, giving, equal, and more travel coming through here. I'm getting this energy that the two of you, when you come together, it's almost like you can do anything you want. Like you guys just decide together, what do we want to do? Where do we want to go? What do we want to experience? And it's going to happen. Like seriously, it's all about flow with this relationship, and it's all about flow with you getting to this relationship, the key that will unlock this relationship. So guys, I hope this message resonated for you. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I am doing personal readings at the moment. I don't know if you guys will even need one because this is just pretty self-explanatory, but if you do have any specific questions, even if it's not related to love, check out the details in the description box. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. So you guys chose the Moldavite stone pendant here, and like I said in the intro, this stone is really good for cleansing, clearing, transforming, purging. It's pretty intense. Some people are scared of it, but I like it. It's actually helped me a lot. So we'll put that here, and we are looking at the key to your partnership. And by partnership, I mean healthy, stable, loving, long-term partnership that you are desiring. Now, if you are in a partnership and you're still watching this, this can just talk about like the next level of your partnership or be confirmational of where you're already at. But of course, this is a general reading, so just take the information that resonates and discard the rest. And yeah, let's take a look. So I did shuffle these cards for each pile. I don't know what they are. So much dust, gosh. So let's check it out. Let's see what this is. Okay, pile 3, you have the Page of Pentacles. So this is all about the beginning of something new, a new investment, a new step in a new direction. But this is very tangible, practical, materially speaking. So, for some of you, this can talk about taking a step out into a new direction, starting a new job, putting out your work if you are a creator in any type of way or a business owner, or anything like that. It's about a new investment, that next step, right? And it doesn't have to be a big step, but it's just it's like a small gesture that's sort of telling the universe, hey, I'm moving in this direction. Hey, this is what I'm wanting to create, that type of thing. This is also a card of curiosity. And, for some of you can symbolize just taking a step out into the world with a childlike sense of wonder and, wanting to have new experiences, right? It can look like many different things. It's not just like career or money, but it is relating to your physical world, and it's more practical, like the practical execution, application of a path, or going down a path. So let me see. Pile number 3. I'm seeing Monsters Inc. or something. I'm seeing like yeah, like stuffed animals or stuffed monsters that look like Monsters Inc. characters. I'm just seeing like fuzzy, weird looking things. That's really bizarre. I'm also seeing clocks and hearing like cuckoo, 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 like that type of thing. So that could mean like it's time to get started with something here. Interesting. And I'm hearing that song from Pocahontas, Just Around the River Bend, if any of you know that. So, okay. Let's get some messages. For pile 3, angels, God, source of the highest white light, love, and truth. What is the key to this partnership that they're meant for? What is the key to unlocking this partnership energy for the people watching? I'm seeing earthworms poking out from the soil, and so that can talk about like taking that step out into the world, letting the sun, the light shine upon you. After maybe a period of rest, period of darkness, inner work, something like that. We're having another page show up here, Page of Swords. So this is about the little things that you're doing. This can talk about things that you're learning, taking a class. This can talk about like if you're interested in creating on social media. This can talk about like starting and, really starting that social media journey for some of you. But it really talks about like a childlike sense of curiosity once again. So, yeah. Also, this can talk about like looking at the types of people that you would be interested in, like what kind of energies are attractive to you, learning more about what your type is and like what specifically you're wanting, and like really planting those seeds. Wow, we have the Death card showing up. This has come up for everybody in all the piles. So everybody's going through transformation in some type of way right now, collectively, which makes total sense based on just everything happening astrologically at this time, even though this is a timeless reading. But just in general, like no matter when you're watching this, it's like there's just a lot of energy ramping up on the planet right now, and it's forcing us to become our most authentic selves, right? So anything that is not that is going. I saw 555 on the timer, which is big change, and that's what the Death card represents here. Let's see. Some of you, you might be like learning like a new language or something, or that can be spiritual, symbolic in nature, like learning a new language of your soul type of thing. Some of you might be learning more about spirituality and sort of that lingo vernacular, and just like having this spiritual transformation beginning in your life. Some of you might be purging out old, dense energy, sadness, pain, defeat from the past, anger. Some of you might be purging anger and learning how to like express your anger in healthy ways. Some of you might be feeling like childhood stuff coming up that is wanting to be transmuted. Isn't it interesting? This person has the key. There's a key right there. So it feels like you guys are sort of in touch with whatever key this is that's unlocking the pathway to relationship. It's like it's kind of active in your energy now, but it involves change, it involves new energy, it involves taking those steps out and being curious. For Pile 3, what else? What's the key to this, to Pile 3's relationship coming through for them? What's the key here? Hanged Man. So this is about surrender, sacrifice, release. This is about surrendering to the flow, the natural flow that you're in. So whatever's happening for you right now, letting it be that way. If you're feeling guided and called to start something new, to start a class, to, if you're in school, that type of thing, it's like, okay, surrender to the path that the current has you on right now. If everything is shifting in your life, let it shift, let it happen. Don't try to control this process and just surrender, flow, allow. This is also being willing to shift your expectations, your perspective on yourself, on your life, about what it is that you're wanting. This is about letting go of any preconceived notion and allowing your view of things to radically shift. Because when you let go, it allows the divine to pick up the slack for you and do everything for you in a sense, but you'll be guided when it's time to take action. Like with these pages showing up here, it's like you will be guided to take a certain step in a certain direction. But it feels like it's like more practical in nature. Yeah, with the 10 of Pentacles showing up. This is talking about like long-term career stuff. So it's asking like, what direction are you going when it comes to your career, when it comes to your legacy, when it comes to your long-term stability? This is asking you to think practically in terms of your long-term stability and to just go in that direction, not necessarily with force, but with what feels natural, and even if it goes against sort of what you were expecting before. This is an interesting energy, guys. Let's see. What is the key to Pile 3's partnership? Unlocking the door to this partnership for them. 9 of Pentacles. So this is all about you being good on your own financially. There's a lot of practical financial type of stuff coming in here. So for some of you, this Hanged Man might be letting go of the partner energy just for now, to focus on your long-term goals, ideals, your finances, everything that you're doing, like the practical direction that you're moving in your life, and just being good with that. Or if you've struggled with codependency in the past, this is asking you to lean into that independent energy where you're completely good within yourself. And that when you're in this vibration, maybe that's what this letting go is for some of you, is letting go of the attachment to a divine union, because that is what brings it in, is when you can just release and allow and focus on the things that you need to focus on, which for many of you feel practical in nature and feel like allowing your life to shift in direction or shift the way that it's looked or it has looked into something new. Okay, so let's get more, because this is very interesting, guys. Pile 3, what's the key for Pile 3 to unlock the doorway to partnership? 10 of Wands. So this talks about responsibilities, obligations. It can talk about success, but sort of like being weighed down by success in a certain type of way. We do have 2 10s showing up here. So this talks about like long-term energy. This talks about like, in the traditional imagery with the 10 of Wands, it's someone going up a mountain with stuff on their back, with a weight on their back. So there might be some sort of goals that you guys are aiming for, practically speaking, energetically speaking, in your life, desires that you're having. Partnership might be one of them. But I don't know, this is really like giving me that like focusing on your responsibility to move in a direction for yourself, on your own, at least just for now. I don't know if this is who this is going to resonate for. I saw 1, 2, 3, 4 on the timer, which is all about a progression and moving forward and taking the steps that you need to take, practically speaking, and more practical energy showing up for you guys with the 6 of Pentacles. So this is all about what you're giving to the world. This is about like how you can give back by moving in this direction for your career, for your work. It's like that's what you're offering. And then that like path being extremely rewarding and giving back to you everything that you've invested in it. So even though we're getting this 10 of Wands, which can be a heavy energy, it's like giving me this feeling that whatever you're carrying, whatever responsibility you're navigating, or pathway to success you're treading down, it's like it's gonna give back to you, so keep going, kind of thing. That's really what I'm getting. Like, you're really the type of person, it seems, with these energies showing up, if you're resonating, that is like good on their own, or is being encouraged to be really good on their own, and knowing that they're still going to get everything back, that they're investing in themselves. It almost feels like with the 7 of Cups showing up, it feels like love and emotional, like there's a scattered energy, or it just feels like a distraction in a way for some of you. That's very interesting. This is specifically a relationship reading, and so the fact that we're not really picking up heavy relationship vibes from this is so interesting. You'll have to let me know in the comments, Pile 3, if this is relevant to you. But it's interesting that you would be watching a relationship reading when that doesn't seem to be the focus. But the reading's not over yet. We'll see where this is all leading us, right? But it just feels like emotionally there's a scattered, distracted energy that's not grounded, where so much of the focus, the positive focus, is like groundedness and like practical steps in a direction, and the emotions seem to be a distraction in a way, or just not really realistic right now. Something like that, So let's get more. What's the key to partnership? So maybe the key to this partner is just not focusing on it whatsoever, and focusing on work, career, money, legacy, your life path, not getting distracted by emotions. Everybody's different, and everybody, ooh, interesting. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, everybody has like a different focus for their soul's journey. So this can talk about where we're not having our financial needs met, where we don't have enough, where we felt like we may have been rejected in some way, or abandoned, or just, again, not really having certain needs met, feeling without in some capacity, feeling broke, feeling, that kind of lack mentality showing up. So maybe that's something that you've navigated. Maybe that's been weighing on you in some capacity. And it's like the focus is to really get good with your abundance mindset. And like envisioning what you want to create materially in your life. So curious who this is going to resonate for. Okay, let's get more. Pile 3. What is the key to unlocking the door to their relationship, angels? We have the Fool energy, which is about, again, taking that next step in a new direction. There may be a sense of risk or nervousness or slight trepidation, but it's always about ultimately trusting the universe and trusting that if you take that step, the universe will catch you and do the rest for you. Meeting the universe halfway and starting a new journey with a sense of optimism and enthusiasm about it. Potentially leaving certain things behind so that you can go down this new practical path and take that step. So that 10 of Wands may be saying that maybe it's time to let go of some stuff or release baggage, because we are having the Hanged Man come out. So it's talking about releasing baggage. That can be literal as far as like moving house and just getting rid of a bunch of stuff and traveling lightly wherever you're going in a new direction. Or it can talk about releasing the burden of certain responsibilities or relationships or something that is getting in the way of you taking a step in a new practical direction for yourself. But you definitely are being encouraged. Maybe you've been around people who have been in lack mentality and you've sort of adopted those from them, those people, and it's saying, okay, it's time to take a step in a new direction away from that lack mentality. And this can talk about your dreams as well. So following your dreams, taking the practical steps to follow your dreams. I'm surprised I didn't get to that message sooner. But 18 minutes in, we're finally getting there. So that might actually be a big message for some of you. Like, take the leap, do it even if there are other people around you who are weighing you down. It's time to let go of that and just like surrender to where you're being guided into this path that feels natural to you. And that where it's about you, it's not about anybody else, and you're kind of separating yourself with this 9 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. You're separating yourself, becoming independent away from this sort of lack mentality that maybe you have been around, or, something like that. The Devil, yes, some of you guys have been restricted in some type of way here with this lack mentality, lower sort of standard of living, sort of feeling trapped and stuck and like weighed down and attached to maybe something that, or a situation or environment that wasn't actually very healthy, or behaviors that you need to let go of, something weighing you down that needs to be released. For some of you, it could be substances that you're relying on, alcohol, drugs, anything like that, anything that's disembodying you. For some of you, this is saying that there's a disembodiment here and that there's sort of a facet of illusion or delusion that's showing up in the energy where it's saying, okay, it's time to be practical. Maybe you've done a lot of the visualizing about what you're wanting, but now it's time to actually practically implement and take this practical steps. And you'll see that will be very rewarding when you can kind of free yourself up from whatever's been keeping you disembodied or stuck or weighed down, where it feels maybe easier to connect with the possibilities of life just in the imagination, but no practical steps are being taken. So this is because of a lack mentality, you know what I mean? Like feeling like you're not having enough or you're not worth it or something like that. So that might resonate for some of you, but you're still either way, you're being encouraged to move in a direction, take practical steps. Whoa, so many cards just fell. The Moon card flipped over. So that is like telling me that there might be, for some of you, there might be some of these things that I'm saying might be a subconscious facet of energy that maybe you're just now coming into awareness of and learning about your subconscious and how that's sort of affected things and kept you stuck or in a limited mindset for some of you, where everything just feels heavy and it feels like, oh, well, it's not even worth, taking those practical steps because I'm again, like nothing's going to happen. And it's all based on pre-programmed like conditioning that's not true. because again, the Seven of Cups card talks about fantasy and illusion. And, you know, when we're caught up in illusion, it's hard, like, it's easier to live in the fantasy of things, and it's a little bit more challenging sometimes to take the step. But with the pages showing up, it's really telling me that it's really about the little things that you're doing. It's not something major, you know. This can even be setting an intention, right? Setting an intention to move in a direction and letting that be enough for now. So there's no pressure because of this heavy weight. The last thing you want to do, for some of you where this message is resonating, the last thing you want to do is add extra pressure on yourself. That's why I think the overall kind of vibe of this reading is to not be overly focused on the relationship, but to just take pressure off of everything right now, because sometimes the pressure keeps us stuck. The pressure to do something, the pressure to have a relationship, the pressure, you know what I mean? And and it can actually make us not feel good enough when we're putting that pressure on ourselves. So it's just saying to release that and be okay opening up to new potential pathways and steps that maybe we hadn't thought of previously, and to receive that guidance from the universe and really be open up to that beginner's mind where we feel like we're a child and, you know, the divine is teaching us where to go and how to move. We have the Hermit card showing up, so I am seeing that some of you guys have been in a hermit mode where you've been sort of like within, and it's, like I said, easier to sort of visualize, fantasize, you know, these partners, or without really practically implementing anything that is moving us in a direction where we can meet that energy halfway. So it's really asking us, and again, many of you have been on your own healing, doing that inner work, releasing those inner burdens, you know, working on becoming independent within your own energy. So that's really good. You know, working on removing any limitations, blocks to abundance and joy. And it's really when you connect with the world in practical ways that can actually anchor into your own life. Because with this moon card, we're looking at your subconscious here and sort of the unseen and the patterns and programs that have been in the density and weight underneath the surface that maybe hasn't been conscious, that just kind of holds things back. And again, this isn't about criticism or blame or shame or judgment. This is just about awareness. Like I was saying in the intro, you know, when we're on a road to relationship, it doesn't always help to hear the messages of like, oh, you're going to meet the best person ever, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, sometimes that is true and it will come through. But other times it's more helpful to hear the things of like, oh, well, this is what you're working on, or this is what you can work on, or this is a really good direction to focus on for yourself without the person sort of being in your mind. My throat is acting up, as you can hear. Some of you are dealing with authenticity. You're working on your authenticity, working on your communication and expression of self. And some of you might actually have some issues with self-expression because of feeling not good enough or something like that, or because of past pain and heaviness. And it's okay. Again, there's absolutely no judgment. This is all just looking at things and awareness. And if you're still sticking around this 25 minutes in, then it's because you're wanting to see things, right? We have the Four of Cups, which talks about being focused on sort of heavy things or negative things and but just not focusing on the opportunity to take the step out and to take the risk out of your comfort zone is really what's coming through here. And this is just saying there's so many opportunities around you to start to make the shift in a new direction. But sometimes when we're used to the heaviness and we're used to the way things have been and lack mentality and sort of stuckness, it's just easier to continue focusing on that. And this is, you know, I know if I were hearing this message for me. And, you know, everybody's been through this. Whoever's watching and however you're viewing life or your situation or your experience, it's like everybody's gone through this. It doesn't matter. Like, this is a natural part of the human journey. I've gone through this where it's like, ugh, why isn't this working out? Or, ugh, this is just how it's always going to be, so I'm not even going to try. This does not make you any less than, because again, this is a very universal human experience. But this is just saying that there's opportunity out there for you to free yourself up from anything that may be weighing you down. Yeah, the star. And that's like positivity and optimism being encouraged here. Turning to God, turning to spirit to guide the way. Being open and curious to be guided, to be taught. Okay, if I'm having trouble seeing the way, I'm intending to receive that help and guidance so that I can receive the way and see the light, so that I can interface with life in a more fulfilling way. So that's a big message for some of you here. The Tower, yeah, this is the way. This is like the structure that we have sort of fixed ourselves to within our life, needing to sort of come down. And again, this can be a very uncomfortable process, and feel exposing, feel vulnerable, feel risky. But it's like, some of you, if you're watching this and resonating with it, it's because there's a part of you calling you to this message of like a breakdown, so that new energy can sort of come into play here. And again, this is positive. Like, hearing information like this is actually positive. It's not negative, even if it feels like it's adding to the pile, or like becoming aware of it makes it feel heavier in a way for some people. But it's okay, because it's just part of the process. And I understand if, you know, there are some who click off the video because it's not necessarily painting this like dream picture, but others of you are really going to appreciate like the realness of this message, because it's not like kidding you or like sugarcoating or anything like that. Because my readings, just the energies want to go where it can benefit people the most. And sometimes that benefit is by going down into the shadow or down into the unconscious and like illuminating something. And again, it's judgment free, and it is divine. We have the Seven of Swords showing up, which is all about, again, authenticity, or not feeling like we can be authentic, not feeling like we can express truth. Avoidance. This is a card of like avoiding parts of ourself and avoiding like the truth of the situation. So, you know, it's interesting spirits bring this through. Obviously, they're bringing it through because it's needed and wanted on some level. So there's that part. See, there's that part of my ego that is saying, well, is this positive, like, for people to hear this message? Are people even going to want to receive this message? But Spirit brings it through for a reason, so I just have to trust that, you know? The Chariot. This is about moving forward in your life and, like, getting things going in a direction. Again, picking a direction and going. And generating that energy and momentum again in your life that is based on a sense of balance and truth. And you know, when we're kind of stuck in lack of movement, that can be the unhealed feminine aspect. But it's like when you start to take the small actions, that is moving into healed masculine energy that is actually an aspect of you creating containment and safety for that feminine aspect of you, because you're proving to yourself, okay, I can actually move in a direction. I can actually, you know, get things going. And that's making my feminine feel a little bit safer to be and to exist. And so as the two polarities like take those steps out, it just generates more and more energy and momentum that drives you forward. So that's really positive, and that's the encouragement here. And to stay optimistic and positive, because there's a lot of beauty and positivity and optimism. There's a lot of reasons to be optimistic, shall I say, out in the world. And the world is a reflection of us, and so, or not a, the world is a projection of how we're viewing ourselves based on, the programming that we've had established, or how we're reprogramming ourselves. So the idea is to reprogram ourselves so that we can actually create a life that feels emotionally gratifying. Strength. However, Spirit is really coming through to say how strong you are, even if you've been navigating heaviness or avoidance in some capacity, or just experiencing inauthenticity within relationships or anything like that. Spirit's saying just how strong you are. And they're saying if you can handle all of this stuff that we've been talking about, you can handle the positivity. It actually takes more strength and more energy to handle the negativity and the intense weight that you're carrying. Literally, experiencing positivity is about releasing the weight. It's just when you're used to it, it feels uncomfortable not to carry it, and the release of it can be an uncomfortable experience, which is what that tower energy is saying. That when you're letting go of heaviness, all of this new awareness comes in of like, oh man, I'm a little bit angry at myself because I was holding on to this, or that I was believing this, or that this is how things went for so long. But it also shows you and highlights how strong you've been through it all, and how much easier things can get when you open up to releasing and taking just a little step in a positive direction. Even though that can feel like a big step, the little steps can feel big. And it's true, the impact that taking a little step can have can be huge, in a very, very positive way. So you're strong, you've been strong through anything negative, and you're going to be strong through anything positive, and it's going to get easier and lighter in the positive aspect. But it just first takes the awareness and confronting the fact of, oh yeah, things have been heavy in certain ways. And yeah, so this is really, again, sorry, I keep interrupting myself. I do that a lot. My Mercury's in Pisces. This is 5 of Swords. So this is talking about just the ways in which we felt defeated by life in the past, and where we feel like it's not worth it to even fight anymore because it's been such a fight that it just feels like a lost cause. And this is always associated with like our power center, our concept of self-worth, that kind of thing. But it's like without the shadow, you can't have the light. So this is really saying from this heaviness, from any pain that you've endured in life, that's where actually it's creating a fertile soil for new growth to grow. The lotus grows from the mud. So it's like, this is a divine message that intense beauty, love, and light and joy can be birthed from extreme negativity and heaviness through spirit, through trusting God, through intention and awareness, and just saying, angels, I give this up to you. Help me, help myself, help my life lighten up. Help create a sense of balance and harmony. We do have the 4 of Wands showing up at the bottom of the deck. So this is highlighting that there is balance and harmony meant for you. This is talking about the home space as well, ensuring that your home environment is reflective of a positive version of you and not a heavy, jumbled, messy version of you. Again, this isn't coming through to shame. It's only coming through to shine a light. So there's no need to be any more critical on yourself for this information coming up. It's just about awareness once again. Making sure that your home reflects a version of yourself that you would like to see and experience. But this can also it does talk about happy, healthy, harmonious union with self and with others, with a partner. Some people call this the twin flame card, the 1111 card. 4 of Wands is about extreme happiness, celebration. So all of this awareness is moving you in a positive direction towards this. But I am curious to see if Spirit wants to highlight a partner energy that would be coming through for you as you're doing this work, releasing, healing, taking those steps, moving out of heaviness. Let's take a look here. Guys, it's not a surprise that this is the Moldavite pile, because Moldavite, again, very intense, very much like cutting to the core issues. It like immediately addresses the wound in a very intense way and purges it out. So that's what's happening. Very appropriate. Okay. Let's see. Who's coming towards pile 3 as they're doing this work, after they're doing this work? In love, partnership, who's coming towards them? I feel like my communication's been all jumbled. I mean, there's been a lot of intense astrological stuff going on, and I'm feeling it big time, but... 7 of Cups. Okay, so again, they're saying that the emotional, romantic stuff is sort of a distraction. So it's like, let's just see what else we can get. 4 of Swords, yeah. They're not wanting us to think about this partner energy right now. It's so interesting, the fact that you would go to a love divine partner reading and that this would be the message. It's just kind of funny how spirit works, but hopefully it's actually going where it needs to go. Even I doubt myself sometimes when I channel. I'm like, really, spirit, is this really what we're doing here? Because of course I want all the messages to be like la la la, happy, but that's just not how I channel, and I just have to accept that about myself. Funny. Empress, yeah, this is all about coming into your own sense of self-worth and abundance, your own connection with life and nature and your femininity and your greatness and your creativity and your ability to manifest and birth new things into creation. That's the focus. Not thinking about like all these what ifs, because in the energy of this pile, the romantic stuff feels a little bit ungrounded and like illusions or projections, a little bit like just fantasies that aren't really coming in. King of Cups. It's going to be important for your energy, pile 3, that you're interfacing with people who are emotionally in tune, emotionally available, who have empathy and compassion, and can see a person for who they are, and not for sort of not comparing, not judging in any kind of way, not like, you just want that emotional safety, because it feels like deeply internally you guys are very like guarded, and like you hold everything inside, and that's added to this heaviness. And so it feels like you want someone who's mature, where they're holding space for someone to slowly open up and reveal themselves. But first, it's like you're doing that for yourself as well. And this is also you being emotionally available and present for yourself, and like understanding and not beating yourself up, Chariot, again, moving forward in your life. This is about you taking the initiative to move forward, and you coming into contact with your own masculine and feminine aspects. Emotionally, like this is about you becoming emotionally in tune with yourself, and you getting grounded with nature and your body, and feeling good in your body. That's really coming through. And again, processing some heaviness, some past experiences. It's like, how has your life been up until this point? If it hasn't been very successful in relationships, then it's okay to just look at that, process that, and say, I want to choose something better. I know that anybody can have love that they desire. Anybody of any kind, no matter what they've gone through, no matter who they are, no matter what their experiences is, they can have the love that they've always dreamed of. It's possible. It's out there. There's plenty of examples of it out in, the world, where people who are the most unassuming people, who've been through the worst possible stuff, who, have beat themselves up and blah, blah, blah. Like, they have been able to get through that and experience what they've desired. Very unexpectedly so, but it happens. Things are going to be made right for you guys. There's a karmic lesson here for the soul, pile 3, that if you can do this work and just see things for what they are, and approach your own life with a balance of the head and the heart, and not get too swept up in any one thing, it's like the right things are happening for you, and you're gonna be like rewarded for this work. No one does this work and then nothing comes of it. That's just not how it happens. Nothing happens when nothing's happening. That's the message there. And again, it comes from like past feelings of defeat. Like, why even try this? It's not worth it. Like, this stuff isn't real. Like, maybe you're used to just everything being a fantasy. Maybe you've seen a lot of tarot readings where it's telling you all these pie in the sky amazing things, and you're like, okay, I've heard enough. Yeah, right. I'll believe it when I see it. But it's kind of like, first it involves recognizing the jaded energy within, and then sort of like pivoting and saying, okay, well, that I'm choosing to see things that way, even, and the universe is reflecting back my own beliefs about it, so it's just going to perpetuate until I make some decisions to like create balance and make a shift, because it's not the world that's doing this, it's our consciousness that's creating this projection and these emotions, and it comes from our own subconscious and our own past, that where we just perpetuate those beliefs. But if it takes willpower, but you can shift things. And again, it starts with the little steps that build your confidence and belief that, actually something new is possible, something better is out there, that kind of thing. So just know, I want you to know, Pile 3, that God and the universe is bringing through these messages out of love and out of support, because Spirit believes in you so deeply, so deeply, and loves you so deeply. That will never change no matter what. God loves you unconditionally. And the whole trick of life is to just see ourselves the way that God sees us. And sometimes we trick ourselves into thinking that God sees us in a negative light because of the way things have gone, the way things are going. But that's all due to our family programming. That's all due to our self-image that we've developed, because of comparison, because of judgment that's not from God, that comes from ego and fear and pain. So other people can project that onto you, and it's okay to be angry about that. But ultimately, this reading is bringing the responsibility back to self and saying, how can I change and pivot my situation so that I'm living the most fulfilling life, and I'm moving forward in a way where my pain doesn't rule me, where illusion and fantasy isn't ruling my life, and where I can truly feel connected with myself and life again in this beautiful planet that we live on. Because there is, despite all the heaviness and negativity, there's also an equal, if not more, amount of beauty, love, potential, God, all of that. So hopefully something in this message resonated for you. I know it's a intense, complex message, but hopefully it benefits somebody out there. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. If you do want to get in touch about personal readings, there's information in the description box below, and I'll see you in the future. Bye.